right. Welcome back, everyone, to Historian Reacts, right? So we're going to keep playing through Assassin's Creed 3, right? We are still in the Hatham prologue, but hopefully we'll make some headway. I'm excited to see their depiction of the 7 Years' War. By the way, I actually do want to do something first before we get going, which is, let me see if I can go to the... Let me climb up here to get a vantage point. So I made a blunder last time when... Oh, there's guards there. I don't want to just start committing crimes here just yet. I'm not trying to start an uproar. Well, okay, we'll see this probably in a bit, but there was a crop out in the, fields earlier that I didn't know what it was, way over there. So that would have been, apparently, hemp. They were trying to show hemp being grown. And hemp... for those of you who don't know, is a critical, component for making rope, which this is a seafaring town, Boston. Hemp is incredibly important. Rope is incredibly important. And so that would have been one of the crops they would have been growing. They also probably would have been growing wheat and other kind of like foodstuffs. Again, there's not really a cash crop economy in colonial New England, so there wouldn't have been tobacco or anything like that. But hemp would have been pretty profitable. So that there also would have been flaxseed being grown. A few other crops like that, but generally speaking, there weren't like the highly lucrative kind of crops like rice and tobacco that you would have been finding in the southern colonies. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and go to the next adventure here. Does Hatham run with his... Okay. He runs very strangely. Alright. Oh, look at this. Okay, hold on. British regulars. British regulars were the foot soldiers of the British Army. I won't do this with all of these, but these are kind of important. You'll also hear them referred to derisively as redcoats or lobster backs. Generally speaking, okay, so the redcoats, or rather British regulars, were pretty commonplace in England. Around this time, they wouldn't have a poor reputation amongst most colonists, let's say. Again, most colonists see themselves as British. That said, they also probably would like British soldiers here to help them defend against, Native American attacks, encroachments by the French. Boston's pretty far from a lot of that stuff, so there isn't really too much of a reason to have actually this level of occupation here necessarily, except for the fact that, we know that we're on the eve of the quote-unquote French and Indian War, or 7 Years' War. So, okay, we're in our tavern. So taverns like this, commonplace across British America. They are public houses, meeting places, business would be conducted. They're also marketplaces. Actually, if you find a lot of taverns, you would have found anything from people selling goods, making deals. You also actually would have been seeing enslaved people being sold in a lot of these taverns. Taverns were actually common spots for the slave trade. We don't see that here. That is not too strange. I mean, it's colonial New England. Again, enslaved people aren't as common as they would be in Charleston, one of the largest slave markets in British colonial America, but it probably would have been taking place with some frequency here in, even in Boston. Again, many Bostonians were involved in the transatlantic slave trade, even if they didn't have plantations in New England. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Oh, that's for a game. I don't want to play that. I want to go start the mission. Okay, enough kind of me lecturing at you guys. Let's start playing some games. Oh, it's making me walk. Okay. Come on. Okay. Let's do it. Start mission.
Evening, gentlemen. Charming. Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Taddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Churchwill. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
So they mentioned the enslaving of natives. That was a common practice. Far more common in the 1600s and early 1700s than really now. By this point, a lot of indigenous peoples were finding themselves not nearly as much in bondage in colonial New England, at least, largely because if you were looking for enslaved labor, people of African descent were generally the ones who you would find at this point in time. But in the 1600s, they were the most common form of enslaved labor you would find, were indigenous peoples. So, now, okay, I just did that mission. Does it just want me to start another? Okay. Interesting game design.
Wonderful. Charles?
Sir?
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him. Come. I'll show you how.
Oh no, I think this is one of the eavesdropping missions, which are notoriously very frustrating in this game.
Should we write a span, would you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day...
I feel like he's being very conspicuous right now. Okay, yep. Okay. I get you. Can I move now? Okay.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
I feel like Hatham is still very, very conspicuous. I mean, look at him. He's wearing, like, incredibly, like, flamboyant garb next to guys wearing various shades of brown and gray. Interesting. Interesting choice.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
Okay. Climbing time. If I remember right, the free running in this game is actually one of the better ones of the series, or at least the one that I prefer a lot. It feels very fluid, which is really cool. Oh, camera still is a bit wonky, but he wants me to climb the church. Okay. Oh, there's someone looking at me. Oh, well, let me do that. Oh, that's interesting. You have like a health bar at the bottom left of the screen. I don't remember that from any other games. Normally you have like a synchronization, like, I don't know, like tallies, I guess you would call them. But in this you actually have like a health bar. That's interesting. Okay. New South Meeting House. Samuel Adams' father, also Samuel Adams, was one of the founding members of the church. So, as we talked about in my U.S. history course, New England, of course, including Boston, is founded by the Puritans, who, generally speaking, are a highly religious organization, right? They flee England because they believe that the Church of England is still too Catholic, even after it has become, it's been Protestant for, by the time they leave, about a century, and they feel it is too Catholic. So they flee for their own place to establish what John Winthrop called a city on a hill, a utopia. Of course, then the second and third generation come along, and they're not quite as devoted to this idea of a utopia or a perfect, sinless society. But still, highly religious community. Okay. forget how goofy it looks when he does the leap of faith thing.
Time to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
Okay. So first I do the leap of faith. I've never looked it up, but I imagine that would absolutely destroy your spine. I think I fell into a thing of corn. Okay, now that I'm in here. Okay, so now sorry, I have to go listen to someone else. And I don't want to antagonize the soldiers, so move a little calm. Yeah, it's interesting walking through Boston like this. Everyone is white, which is, like, again, it is predominantly white, but it is not the norm for it to be this kind of ubiquitous. Again, Boston's more diverse than it's not as diverse as Philadelphia. But it's still more diverse than what we're seeing here, I would imagine.
The area's definitely suffered a decline in character. Indeed. All manner of Arifs and natty lads now walk the streets. Why, just earlier today I had a run-in with some. Do tell. It was down by the church. A group of men comes rushing through when one of them suddenly falls to the ground, all torn up. I thought about going to see if he needed help, but a look from one of them changed my mind. Probably for the best. Those aren't the sort of people you want to get mixed up with.
Okay, that's not... Well, it's not helpful to me. I assume it's helpful to... Can I go through here? Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah. They have these, like, homes you can, like, rush through. Can I get a look at it as I go through? It's interesting. Okay, one more time. Sorry. It's going to make me sick, so that's a quicker way. All right. Oh, jeez. I didn't mean to throw that person to the ground.
I've asked the priors.
Let's go sit here.
Look at that! They're lying! Aye. Well, what can I do? Threats let off them and I'll not deign to grovel. Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then. To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority. And forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
So this is interesting. They're kind of already setting up narratively tensions between the colonists and the regulars. To be honest with you, that could very well be the case in 1754. I mean, this is prior to the 7 Years' War. But very much from what we know after the 7 Years' War, there's a lot of kind of comedy and like amity between the regulars and the colonists, at least in the very short term, right? Again, they just beat the French, who everybody hates in the colony, or British colonies, right? But at this point, that hasn't happened yet, so maybe they're trying to emphasize that. But still, I wouldn't associate tensions like this arising this early, necessarily. Oh, I have to keep moving.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat.
Good call, that.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time, just as I said we would.
Oh, I have to escort someone.
Where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was. Perception is fundamental to the order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way.
Okay, so I guess I'm going this way. Yeah, I feel like this was before they kind of did the universal recognition that escort missions are kind of terrible. It was one of the big critiques. A lot of games at this time, when they didn't know what to do, would just kind of throw in an escort mission. And it basically is the least fun way to play a game, in my opinion, because what you want to do is just be rushing, but you have to getting to the next place. But a lot of times if combat breaks out, you're less concerned about having fun than you are about making sure that your escort survives so that you can just get to the next section where you can actually play the game like you want to play. Okay.
Careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them.
Okay, so I... Okay, so I have to tell him to hide? Oh, I have to make him... Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to find a place for him to hide. Well, while I... Okay. So I need to get over there. I told him to wait. Can I... Okay. So, need to make sure that I don't, like, alert anyone. Oh! Which I almost did. Oh. Oh, oh. About to be spotted. About to be spotted. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Well, just killed those two guys. But, you know, I guess that doesn't stop the mission, so we're just going to make this a little bloody, guys. Sorry. I could be sneaky, but that's not really how I'm going to do this one. Boom.
Locked. I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
Okay. I wonder if I can do this. So in Assassin's Creed 4, you can kill people or like knock them out non-lethally. I mean, that I'll be honest, that looked pretty lethal. Nope. Okay. This is extremely bloody just for a key, but we got one.
Here we are then.
Again, just killed more people than in the Boston Massacre just now.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now, what shall we do about our guest?
Maybe.
That guy's name is just Cutter.
Put an end to his surgery.
Oh boy, a little on the nose on that one.
I take his tongue. Put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I take his cock. Put an end to his fucking us.
I mean, poetry. Wow.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas. Do you hear me? I'll have your head.
No. I rather think you won't.
You'll get lucky and pass out. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. Hold still a minute.
All right.
Who are you?
Hatham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
Okay. Let's see. Where do I need to go next? Oh, it wants me to chase a page of Benjamin Franklin's almanac. I'm not going to be doing that. Wow, there's so many menus in this. Okay. I feel like I'm being very critical of this game. I enjoyed it a lot when I first played it. I'm still enjoying it now, but there's a lot of interesting kind of archaic, maybe game design elements that are kind of funny to see.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate Fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
It's interesting, like they have you start the mission and then walk to someone else or the same guy and start the mission
State your
again.
business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
Again, General Braddock, commander of the British forces in the colonial America during the 7 Years' War. He's kind of a controversial figure. A lot of historians have been critical of him historically and his command. Others have basically said he did the best that he could do given the resources he had on hand. I forget how they portray him. Oh, here he is.
If you'll allow me to explain. By all means. I should like very much to hear this. I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders. Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
Okay, I think we know which side they're putting Braddock on, right?
The nature of my work, sir.
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Hatham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
The devil's work, no doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
And to think I used to call him brother.
What now? They'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. As luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
What are you planning?
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
You'll see. Now, when I give the signal, you're to distract Braddock's patrol and lure them into a dead end.
Okay, so again, another kind of just tailing mission here. Nice church. Let's see. Sorry, I'm curious. Old North Church. Okay, that's pretty funny. I like the. So I guess this is written by one of the characters in the game who's like outside of the Animus. He's like a witty British guy. Who I'm forgetting his name right now. But the idea is that he writes all these little bios, and so he says that Christ Church, named after Christ, a former celebrity carpenter. Okay, that's pretty funny. All right, gonna get back to it. Okay.
Where should we head next? Perhaps down Marlborough? No. Its residents are too content. Their homes are nice, their days untroubled. What of Lynn or Ship Street? Yes. Those fresh arrived are often soon in dire straits. They're more likely to seize upon an opportunity to fatten their purses and feed their young.
So I guess the framing here is that like Braddock's like looking for a fight with the colonists or something. It's a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie.
Now!
Okay, what do I do?
Oi! You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fie on you and your false war! After him!
Huh. I feel like there should be different music playing for this. I'm not hearing anything.
Unhand him, Edward.
You again.
Let us go. And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
Wow, okay, so this is Braddock, if I remember, is like commander of the British forces in the colonies. This is pretty brazen here, even for a secret organization of killers. Does this say prevent snitches from calling reinforcement? I don't think that was the 18th century term, but that's interesting.
Today because you were once my brother, and a better man than this. Or should our paths ever cross again, all debts will be forgotten. You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying...
I assume you've good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
Okay. I'm actually gonna real quick, guys, pause this for a second and what is this? Let me make sure the mission's done first. Okay, it is. I'm gonna see if I can like. I feel like the music is actually kind of glitching out here. So let me quit and then restart here. I keep hearing the same riff of like wah wah, like this atonal like 2 notes, and that was like the only music I was hearing. I don't think that was normal. Yeah, it's gone now. Weird. Okay. Off to the next adventure. I don't know if these are adventures. It's more like cutting a swath through the British for unknown reasons. Well, I mean, I guess we're seeking the first something artifact, the magical mystical MacGuffin.
I believe I found the solution to our problem. Or rather, Odysseus has.
How do you? Are you a new guy?
The Greek hero, you lobcock.
Allow me to explain. We enter Silas' fort under the pretext of kinship. Once inside, we spring our trap, free the captives, and kill the slaver.
Dodgy, dodgy. I like it.
Then, let us begin. First, we need to find ourselves a convoy. Convoy should be here soon. We'll attack on my signal.
Understood, sir.
If we time this right, we can catch them all unawares.
Strange happening. Three-legged cat.
All right. Oh, so it wants me to pick up the weapon. Okay. I guess I can't shoot from like this. Oh, can I kill that guy? Oh, ow. Oh, wow. Getting really well shot. Okay, come on. Who's... Oh, gosh, okay. See if I can get down in the fray. Okay, come on. Take out your sword. There we go. That was pretty sloppy, but
You and
it worked.
Williams serve as vanguard. Let no man reach us.
What about me?
You and John will follow from a distance and keep watch over us. I'll signal you when I have need of your services. We're here to help you, along with those held inside Southgate Fort.
Free me.
Not until we're inside the gate. I can't chance an inspection of the gate going wrong. I'll see you safe. You have my word. Do you know anything of Silas' operation? How many men we might expect? The nature of their defenses? You must be rather important to him if you were given your own escort.
Sir, we've enemies ahead. Shall I engage them?
No. Let Jonathan and Thomas take care of it.
As you wish.
I wish you'd trust us. Though I suppose it's only natural for you to be wary. So be it.
So again, indigenous slavery is definitely present in the colonies still at this time. It is not really commonplace, I don't believe it, around the 1750s at this juncture. This is... I have a lot of questions about who these folks are, because a lot of the nearest people would have been part of, like, the Iroquois Confederacy, if I remember right. So, like, a lot of them would have been allies with the British around this time. So I don't know who these folks are.
Engage the enemy!
We don't know what people they're from yet. And I don't really remember what, oh my gosh. Okay, again, I can't stress enough.
No man reach us!
Oh no, I didn't want to kill the dog. Oh man, that makes me feel terrible. Oh wow, they make you kill a dog in this game. That's awful. So, the amount of people that you kill in virtually every mission. I mean...
On your guard, men.
Of course.
We have probably killed at this point, like,
Only say the word.
more people than many battles in the Revolution. Okay.
Engage the enemy!
Again, we have, like, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In this mission, like, I think 20 people have already been killed. That's excluding all the other missions before now. This is like more probably like British regulars than were probably occupying Boston at this point in time. Like, my gosh, just cutting a swath through them, man.
Halt!
Evening, gentlemen.
State your business.
Delivery for Silas.
Go on then.
See? I'm freeing you just as I said I would. Now, if you'll allow me to explain. Let her go.
But she'll give us away.
No, she won't.
What's the plan?
Free the captives and avoid detection.
What of Silas?
He dies.
Know when you're ready to strike.
Boston Nick. Huh. Okay. So, alright, so at this point, I'm supposed to free the captives. Man, I don't know if it's just the filter or like what's going on, but that is really, really orange. Okay. So I am in disguise, so this should be pretty easy. Can I run it all? Or is that like...
Greetings. How fares the watch?
Stop slouching, soldier.
Prisoner?
I said stop slouching. Who are you to tell me what to do?
Oh, well, I mean, okay. I hit the assassination button, but I think that made him, that just made him slap him in the face, I guess. Okay, let's try that again. We might be a little bit stealthier this time. We'll start over here, maybe. See how quick I can move here. Oh, they're on the ship. Okay, interesting. Shoot. All right, can I... Okay, I think... I think maybe I already alerted someone, so I think this might not work. Oh, nope, it did. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm playing a little too fast and loose here. Let's slow it down. All right, so like the officers can notice me. That seems to be the situation.
Oi, fellas.
So that guy and that officer there, I guess, can see me. I mean, he just punches a a padlock off. He's strong, man. Okay. Okay, that guy's about to see me. That guy's about to I don't understand how he can, like, see me and immediately... I guess the implication is that, like, because he's an officer, he, like, knows all his men. But that's still kind of interesting. See if I can sneak up on him fast enough. There we go. Okay.
Quiet here most days? On occasion we'll catch a smuggler trying to ferry contraband into the city. A small fine.
Okay. Alright, can I run over to here? Yeah, perfect. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Boom. What I don't understand is, okay, I actually have a... Whoa, wait, how was I... Oh, man. All right. Never mind. I guess someone saw me right after. Oh, I think it's glitching out a little bit. I don't know what's happening there.
An hour of quiet was all I asked. Instead,
I guess it worked.
Not 10 minutes later by this cacophonous madness. I expect an explanation, and it had best be good. How? How did this happen? My precious merchandise set free? It's unacceptable! Rest assured, I'll have the heads of those responsible. But first we clean up this mess.
The premise was that these were enslaved indigenous peoples. Why were they in stockades? That doesn't make any sense. Like, stockades are for punishment, like public humiliation.
Or one of them. To approach the gate is to be made a corpse. Am I understood?
Yeah, like you put in a stockade for like public humiliation purposes, normally in a town square. Normally punishment for an enslaved person would have been corporal punishment, like whippings or floggings or sometimes even like dismemberment. So like, oh, I can use him as a human shield. Oh, cool. So, again, that it's interesting, cause like, I don't know why that was the case. Anyway, okay, all right. So I think I messed up here, and I was supposed to be stealthy, but instead, I'm just cutting my way through. So, this is the fascinating part. There's a, how do I put this? Again, there's an attack on a British fort, seemingly. Oh my gosh, come on. Up. Can you go up over the side? There we go. Okay.
Stop the interloper! Benjamin, the intruders!
Glad to have you with
There we go.
I could use...
Who are you?
Name's Hatham Kenway. You don't know me, but I believe the two of you are well acquainted.
I made a promise to you, Cyrus. One I intend to keep.
So yeah, as I was saying, this is a pretty major assault with, I mean, by the time we're done with this mission, probably like 50 to 70 people dead. This would be in history books, right? Like this would be a pretty shocking event. So scale is kind of off again in this game. Okay, so we're having the romance form, or like at least connection of some kind.
What happens now?
I remember the romance from the story. I remember that from my previous playthrough back years ago.
Long, I suspect.
Okay, infiltrating is a strong word. I kind of cut my way through there, but we'll take it, right?
It's been several weeks now since we freed the Mohawk prisoners from captivity.
They're Mohawk.
I had hoped their leader might make contact.
Okay, that's interesting. Wait, hold on a second. That doesn't make any sense.
Men grow restless. They want to know what comes next, and I do not have an answer.
If I'm remembering right, the Mohawk were part of the Iroquois Confederacy and would have been allied with the English. Why would they be enslaved by the English? That doesn't make any sense.
That he might make contact with one of those we saved. There was a woman there that night. It was she who helped the others to safety. If we can find her, I believe I'll have my answers. So, I watch and wait, hopeful that my true mission might finally begin.
Okay. Yeah, the Mohawk? I didn't realize that's... Okay, that says... Sorry, my head's in the way. Boston, 1755. So the 7 Years' War should be, at this point, like, more or less about to begin, or already begun. Kill streaks allowed to... Okay.
Hello, Charles. Any luck finding our mystery woman?
Word is she's been stirring up trouble just outside the city in a town called Lexington.
Well, then that's where we begin our search. I'll meet you there.
Okay. So now I need to... How far is Lexington? Can I do the map here? Let's see. Okay. This is supposed to be Boston during the winter. Okay.
The Indians continue to ally with the French. The Black Swan Inn offers
Okay.
the finest fare in the city.
So you have a town crier here, basically shouting the news. Let's see what he's shouting about.
Durham ales and enjoy our new bowling green out the back. The Boston Country Journal. 1 penny goes a long way.
Okay, so advertising, that would have been relatively commonplace. Boston would have been actually at this point a pretty literate city, actually. There would have been so early on during the colonial period, in the early 1700s, Boston actually would have been the center of printing in British America. By the time we get to the 1750s, however, Philadelphia has kind of overtaken it as really becoming like the center of printing in British North America. That largely actually has to do with Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin really kind of builds up print culture in Philadelphia at the time. And that's kind of ongoing around this period. But Boston still would have been pretty literate as far as colonial British America goes. When I say pretty literate, that does not mean that most people could read. Quite the opposite. Most people could not read, just as what would be in the state in Europe. But even by the time we get to the late 18th century, we start to see that like colonial British America, if you were white and like free, not indentured, if you had some measure of income, literacy was actually becoming more and more common. So again, town criers would have been reading out the news to people who couldn't read, letting them know, and also just advertising. But at the same time, newspapers would have been pretty commonplace and popular. Okay. Let's see if we can get to... Yeah, I don't understand these missions that they have. Like, do you want to deliver letters? Not particularly, you know. I mean, I get some kind of fetch quests. I don't want to say they're all bad. Like, if you love the world of a video game, like and there's been times where I've just been very immersed in a video game. Sometimes fetch quests just give you an excuse to go see more of the area and kind of like get into trouble. So I do get that element of it. But like, I just arrived in Boston and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. So yeah, we're not going to... Also, I'm trying to make this entertaining for you guys, so we're not going to spend too much time on that. Okay, I saw something earlier that was like a... Oh, not that. Not trying to kill anyone. Horse whistle? Okay, look at that. I have a horse. That would actually have been great to know. Okay, I'm going to try not to hit the soldiers here because I think they would try to attack me. So what's interesting about maneuvering here, I kind of like this. It's not easy to get around Boston. Like, by any stretch of the imagination here. This is very difficult. It's not a straight line on a grid. A lot of New World cities at this time actually would have been easy to navigate. Specifically places like New Orleans. New Orleans was set up purposely on a grid because a lot of colonial New World settlements, they had this idea of building a utopia. And part of that was kind of having it clearly marked, clearly laid out, clearly planned. Boston, however, is kind of an old city at this point in time in a lot of ways. I mean, it's been around, since the early 1600s. So at this point, it's about 150 years old. So it is by no means a brand new city. I mean, certainly it's recent compared to London or Paris or Oxford or all those places. But it's been around for a while. Oh my goodness. Okay. I wonder if there's a way for me to fast travel. Don't seem to have a map anywhere. Oh, here we go. Oh, I could fast travel. Look at that. All right. We'll go ahead and do that. kind of want to keep the story here moving along. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm here. There's where I need to go for the next part of the trip, or adventure. Why don't I go ahead and stop things here? And thank you for tuning in for this second episode of Historian Reacts. We will pick up right here and start with the next mission on the next episode. So thank you all very much for your attention. Hopefully this is fun. I'm having a blast. So, all right. Logging off, and have a good evening, y'all. Or morning, whatever time it is when you're watching this. Okay.